The night sky was calm and endless above Earth. Stars twinkled like scattered diamonds, and the soft glow of the moon bathed the quiet town in silver light. In one small house nestled on the edge of a forest, a young human named Aaron sat by his window. He could see the distant mountains, their dark shapes silhouetted against the sky, and he could feel a strange emptiness in his heart. It had been months since he had seen her, the alien queen, the one being who had changed his life forever. He remembered the first time he had met her. She had arrived on Earth in a brilliant ship, her people curious and cautious. But she, the queen, had looked at him with eyes full of understanding, as if she knew him better than he knew himself. Their worlds had been different, but their connection had been instant. Aaron had never expected to feel such a bond with an alien being. Now, as he stared at the stars, a soft hum filled the night air. At first he thought it was the wind, but then he saw it, a small glowing figure descending from the sky. Her ship was sleek, elegant, and unlike anything Earth had ever seen. It hovered silently above his home, light reflecting off its smooth surface. Aaron's heart raced. Could it really be her? The ship landed gently in the garden. A door opened and a figure stepped out. She was taller than a human, with graceful movements and an aura of quiet authority. Her skin had a soft silver shimmer, and her eyes glowed faintly like twin moons. The alien queen had come. Aaron, she said, her voice soft but commanding. I missed you so much. Are you ready to return with me? Aaron could hardly speak. He felt a mixture of joy and fear. I thought I might never see you again, he whispered. She stepped closer, and Aaron could see the warmth in her expression. Time and distance mean little to me when my heart knows where it belongs, she said. Her words were strange, alien, yet they felt familiar, comforting and true. He took a deep breath. But my home, my family, my life, you will not leave anything behind that is important to you, she said. I will show you my world. You will see wonders you cannot imagine, and when you return here you will do so with knowledge and strength. Aaron felt a shiver run down his spine. He had always wondered what her world looked like, beyond the stories and descriptions she had shared. Now he had a chance to see it for himself. The queen held out her hand. Hesitant but eager, Aaron took it. A soft warmth flowed from her touch, and for a moment he felt as if he were floating in the night sky, the stars dancing around him. Then the world around him shifted. Suddenly they were no longer in the garden. They stood in a vast chamber inside her ship. The walls were smooth and glowing, with patterns that seemed to move like living streams of light. The floor was transparent in places, showing a galaxy spinning far below. Aaron had never seen anything so beautiful. This is my ship, she explained. It carries me across the stars. And now it will carry you as well. Aaron looked around, awed. It's incredible. I've never imagined anything like this. The queen smiled. You will see more. My world is not Earth, but it has its own beauty. And soon you will understand why I came for you. As they moved through the corridors, Aaron noticed that the ship seemed almost alive. The walls responded to their movements, and light flowed toward them as if welcoming them. He had expected cold metal and machines, but this was different. It was elegant, intelligent, and strangely familiar. Do you trust me? She asked softly. Aaron hesitated. Trust was not easy. Humans were cautious, and he had been raised to question everything unknown. Yet looking into her eyes, he felt no doubt. Yes, he said finally. She nodded. Good. Trust will be your greatest strength on this journey. They reached a large chamber filled with a soft golden light. The queen gestured for him to step forward. This is the star map, she explained. It shows every place my people have traveled, every world we have touched. Your world is small but special, and soon you will see why it matters. Aaron leaned over the map. It was more detailed than any map he had ever seen. Stars and planets glowed in different colors, and lines connected distant points like a web across the galaxy. He could see systems he recognized from astronomy books and others that were completely alien. Every world has a story, the queen said, and every being has a role. You, Aaron, have a role that even you do not yet understand. He looked at her, confused. Me? Why would I? What could I do? Her smile was gentle but firm. Because humans are unique. You see the universe in ways others cannot. You adapt. You create. You endure. These qualities are rare and they are needed. Aaron felt a strange pride mixed with uncertainty. Could a single human really matter in a galaxy so vast? The Queen seemed to sense his thoughts. Do not doubt yourself. Trust in your heart, and you will find strength you never knew existed. Suddenly, the ship shifted. The stars outside the windows moved faster, blurring into streaks of light. Aaron felt a strange pull, like being stretched across the galaxy. He held on to the Queen's hand tightly, and she gave him a reassuring squeeze. Soon you will see my world, she said, and you will understand why I came to you. Hours passed, or perhaps minutes. Time felt different here. When the ship finally slowed, they were above a planet that shimmered with colors unlike any earthly landscape. Mountains of crystal rose from deep blue oceans, and skies shifted from gold to violet. Cities floated above the land, glowing with soft light. The air seemed alive with energy even from this distance. This is my home, the Queen said. Welcome to Elithera. Aaron's jaw dropped. He had never imagined a world like this. It's beautiful, he whispered. She smiled. And it is only the beginning. You will walk its lands, see its wonders, and learn its secrets. But first you must trust me completely. You must follow me without fear. He nodded, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness. I will, I want to see it all. The Queen extended her hand again, and they descended toward the planet. As they approached, the colors of Elithera grew brighter, and Aaron could see creatures flying in the skies, some with wings of light, others with forms that defied description. The cities were alive with movement, though no human had ever built anything like them. Landing on a smooth platform in the central city, Aaron felt the energy of the place. It was alive, vibrant, and powerful, and yet it was not threatening. The Queen's presence seemed to calm him, as if her connection to this world protected him. Welcome, she said softly. This is where your journey truly begins. I have missed you, Aaron, and now you are here. Together we will face the challenges ahead and discover what the future holds for both our worlds. Aaron took a deep breath, looking around at the alien beauty, and then at her. I missed you too, he said. I'm ready. She smiled, and the glow of her eyes seemed to shine brighter. Then let us begin. As they walked into the city hand in hand, Aaron realized that his life had changed forever. He had left Earth, the world he had always known, but he had found something greater, a connection, a purpose, and the chance to see the universe through eyes he had never imagined. And for the first time in months, he felt complete. The streets of Elithera pulsed with life. Floating platforms glided silently above luminous rivers, and creatures of all shapes and sizes moved with grace among the glowing buildings. Aaron had never seen anything like it. Even the air seemed alive, filled with a gentle hum of energy that tickled his skin and made his heart beat faster. The alien queen walked beside him, her posture regal and elegant. Her silver-tinted skin reflected the soft light of the city, and her eyes scanned the surroundings with calm authority. Wherever she went, the world seemed to respond. Lights adjusted, pathways shifted, and creatures gave way as if recognizing her presence. Aaron marveled at her power, but more than that, he marveled at the gentle care she showed him. This world is beautiful, Aaron said, his voice soft. But it feels alive in a way I cannot explain. That is because it is, the Queen replied. Elithera is connected to all who live here. Every building, every river, every creature is part of the energy that binds this world. It is not just alive, it is aware. Aaron looked around, fascinated. A creature with translucent wings hovered nearby, studying him with curious eyes. It reminded him of a bird, but its colors shifted like liquid light. The Queen noticed his attention. Do not be afraid, she said. They are harmless. They sense your presence and are curious just as I am. Aaron nodded, still staring at the creature. Everything here. It's like magic, the Queen smiled softly. It is not magic, Aaron, it is knowledge and harmony. Elithera has grown over thousands of cycles, learning to blend energy, life, and thought. Humans have something similar within themselves, the ability to adapt, to create, to endure. That is why I brought you here. They walked along a floating bridge that curved above a golden river. The water shimmered with colors he had never seen on Earth. Fish-like creatures swam through the air as if it were water, and tiny lights darted like fireflies around the Queen's feet. Aaron could feel the energy of the place flowing through him, making him lighter, more aware, as if he were part of Elithera already. Where are we going? He asked. To meet my council, the Queen replied. They will welcome you and understand why you are here. But first, She paused, turning to him. I want you to see something personal, something that will show you why you are important to me. She led him to a tower at the center of the city. Its walls glowed softly and the shape of the building shifted like liquid metal. They entered a room filled with floating platforms. On each platform, images and objects hovered in midair, glowing with soft light. Aaron recognized some of the images. Moments from Earth, moments of his life, as if she had studied him carefully before ever meeting him. Your world. Your life, the Queen said. I have watched, learned, and remembered. Not to control, but to understand. To see the human mind and heart as it truly is. Aaron felt a lump in his throat. You watched me? Yes, she said simply. And I have never seen a human like you. Your courage, your curiosity, your heart. It matters. Not just to me, but to the galaxy. That is why you are here, he could hardly speak. The idea that someone, even an alien, had cared for him so deeply, even across worlds, was overwhelming. Yet at the same time, he felt an odd sense of belonging. You mean I have a purpose? He asked. The Queen nodded. Yes, Eleuthera is not just my home. It is a center for many worlds, and humans, though young compared to my people, have something rare. Your kind can see possibilities others cannot, and you can act in ways that surprise even the strongest minds. Aaron's mind raced. I never thought I could do anything important beyond my world. The Queen reached out, touching his shoulder. Her touch was warm and grounding. Do not underestimate yourself. A single human can make a difference across the stars. You will see. A soft chime echoed through the chamber, and one of the floating platforms moved closer. On it hovered a small crystal-like device. The Queen gestured toward it. This is the gateway key. It allows travel between worlds through the network of portals my people maintain. You will learn to use it, but not yet. First, you must understand Eleuthera. Aaron reached out and touched the device. A spark of energy ran through him, and he felt as if he were seeing the threads of the galaxy itself. Stars, planets, and energy flows appeared in his mind's eye, weaving together in patterns that made sense only when felt, rather than seen. He gasped. This is incredible, he whispered. The Queen smiled. And it is only a glimpse. One day you will carry this knowledge with you. But for now we must focus on learning, on growth, and on understanding the connections that bind life across worlds. As they left the tower, Eleuthera's city stretched out before them, endless and full of wonders. Aaron noticed other humans among the alien creatures. They had been brought here by the Queen before him, and though their appearances were ordinary, their eyes held knowledge and confidence beyond what he had seen on Earth. Are they like me? He asked. Yes, she said. They were chosen as you are, and they have found purpose here just as you will. Trust in yourself and you will join them in shaping the future. The Queen led him to a park where floating gardens drifted in the air. Plants with luminous leaves and flowers of impossible shapes and colors created a breathtaking view. The air was fragrant, filled with scents that reminded Aaron of Earth yet were entirely new. Your senses will adjust, the Queen said. Eleuthera is a place of balance. You must learn to listen, to feel, and to understand. The energy here is alive. It speaks if you are ready to hear. Aaron closed his eyes and took a deep breath. For the first time since leaving Earth, he felt a deep connection, not just to her, but to this world. The hum of the city, the energy of the plants, the movement of creatures, all of it spoke to him. And somehow he understood. He understood why she had brought him here. You are ready to begin your training, the Queen said softly. But it will not be easy. You will face challenges that test your courage, your mind, and your heart. Are you prepared? Aaron looked at her and nodded firmly. I am. I want to learn, to understand, and to help. The Queen's eyes gleamed with pride. Good, that is the first step. Trust in yourself, and you will discover strengths you never imagined. She led him to a chamber filled with strange devices, each glowing with energy. These are training simulators, she explained. They will help you adjust to the abilities and senses you will need. Some are physical, some mental, and some are tests of your intuition. You must learn quickly, for soon Eleuthera will face challenges and you will play a part in protecting it. Aaron approached the first device, a platform that seemed to float in mid-air. As he stepped onto it, a holographic landscape appeared around him. Mountains, rivers, and creatures materialized, and he realized he was inside a simulation. The ground beneath him shifted and responded to his movements. He could feel the texture of the terrain, the pull of gravity, and even the wind on his face. "This is amazing," he whispered. The Queen's voice echoed softly. "Focus, Aaron. Learn to feel the world, to anticipate its responses, and to trust your instincts. Humans excel in ways that machines and alien minds cannot. Use your instincts and you will succeed." Hours passed, though it felt like minutes. Aaron ran through simulations, learning to move with precision, to observe carefully, and to respond quickly. Each challenge tested him in new ways, and he could feel himself growing stronger, more aware, more capable. Finally, exhausted but exhilarated, he stepped off the platform. I think I understand," he said. "I feel different, stronger, aware." The Queen smiled, a proud glow in her eyes. "That is only the beginning. You are ready for the next steps, and soon you will understand your role in Eleuthera and beyond. But for now, rest. Your journey has just begun, and tomorrow you will see more wonders and face the first true challenge." Aaron nodded, feeling a sense of excitement and purpose he had never known. He had left Earth, a human among stars, but he was not lost. He was found. He was chosen. And he was ready to begin his new life with the alien Queen by his side. As they looked out over Eleuthera from a floating balcony, the city glowing beneath them and the stars shining above, Aaron felt a sense of wonder unlike anything he had ever known. He had come so far, and yet he knew the journey was only beginning, and in that moment he understood one thing clearly. He was exactly where he was meant to be. The next morning, Eleuthera awoke in a glow of soft golden light. Floating gardens reflected the sunrise in vibrant colors, and the air hummed with energy as creatures and people began their day. Aaron stepped onto the balcony of the Queen's private quarters, still feeling the exhilaration of his first training session from the previous day. "This world, it never stops surprising me," he whispered to himself, gazing at the city below. The alien Queen appeared behind him silently. Her presence was calming yet commanding. "It is alive, Aaron, and soon you will feel its power not just with your senses but with your mind and spirit as well." Aaron turned to her. "I want to learn more. I want to understand Eleuthera completely," she smiled. "Good. Today you will face your first true challenge. It will test your instincts, your courage, and your ability to trust, not just in yourself but in the world around you." Aaron felt a surge of nervous energy. "A challenge?" he asked. "What kind of challenge?" The Queen's eyes glowed faintly. "One that will prepare you for the responsibilities ahead. There is a sector in the northern forests of Eleuthera where energy is unstable. Many creatures avoid it. My people rarely enter it. You will go there and you will navigate the dangers with guidance from me." Aaron swallowed. I can do this?" "You can," she said firmly. "Your human qualities, curiosity, adaptability, and courage will guide you. But you must remain focused. Eleuthera is alive. It tests those who enter without respect." Moments later, they stood at the edge of the northern forest. Unlike the city, the forest was untamed. Towering trees with luminous leaves twisted into shapes Aaron had never imagined, and the ground glowed faintly with a network of energy streams. Strange creatures flitted between the trees, some appearing as shadowy figures, others as shapes of pure light. "This is where your instincts must guide you," the Queen said. "Do not rely on fear. Trust in observation, trust in balance, and trust in your own judgment." Aaron nodded, feeling his heart beat faster. He took a deep breath and stepped forward. The moment his feet touched the forest floor, he felt the energy of the place pulse through him. The streams beneath the ground shifted slightly, reacting to his presence, and he realized Eleuthera was watching, learning, judging. "Stay close to me," the Queen instructed. "I will guide you, but you must move independently. Only then will you see your own strength." They moved deeper into the forest. The path was not clear. Trees arched overhead, forming tunnels of light and shadow, and glowing creatures darted past them. Curious but cautious, Aaron felt both awe and unease. The forest seemed alive, breathing around him, aware of every movement. Suddenly, the ground trembled slightly beneath their feet. A shadow moved ahead, shifting and growing larger with each step. Aaron froze. His instincts screamed that this was a test, but he was not yet sure what form it would take. The Queen's voice was calm. "Do not run. Observe, think, and respond. The forest does not attack without reason." As Aaron stepped forward, the shadow resolved into a massive creature. Unlike anything on Earth, its body was translucent, with energy flowing visibly through its veins. Its eyes glowed softly, but its gaze felt intense, studying him. Aaron's first instinct was to step back, but he remembered the Queen's words. He took a deep breath, and instead of running, he focused on observing. The creature's movements were deliberate, not aggressive. It seemed to test his reaction. He held his ground, keeping his hands relaxed, his body steady. The creature tilted its head, then slowly moved aside, allowing them to pass. Aaron's heart raced, but a sense of triumph filled him. He had trusted himself and the forest, and he had succeeded. The Queen's voice echoed softly beside him. "Well done. This was your first test, to see if you could remain calm, observe carefully, and act with awareness. You passed because you trusted your instincts." Aaron exhaled, feeling both relief and excitement. I can't believe that worked," he said. "You will find that many challenges require more than strength. Observation, patience, and understanding often matter more than speed or power." They continued deeper into the forest, where the energy streams beneath the ground glowed brighter. The trees here were taller and the air was thicker with power. Aaron could feel it tugging at him like tiny hands pulling at his thoughts. "Focus," the Queen said. "Do not resist. Flow with it." Aaron closed his eyes and breathed deeply. Instead of fighting the energy, he let himself feel it, letting it move through him. Slowly, he could sense patterns, currents, rhythms, and points of stability. He realized he could predict where the streams would shift and where the ground would be firm. "This is incredible," he whispered. "I can feel it, like the forest is alive inside me." "Exactly," the Queen said. "Eleuthera is alive. Those who understand it gain strength and insight. Those who resist it are lost." As they moved, a sudden surge of energy swept through the area. A glowing barrier appeared ahead, blocking their path. Aaron froze, unsure what to do. The forest seemed to pulse with expectation, waiting to see his next move. The Queen stepped beside him. "This is your first real obstacle. You must navigate it without fear. Trust in your instincts, Aaron. The path is there, but you must see it." Aaron focused, letting the energy flow through him. He noticed subtle patterns in the light of the barrier, tiny gaps that shifted rhythmically. He stepped forward carefully, adjusting his balance with each move, feeling the energy under his feet. Slowly, deliberately, he passed through the barrier step by step until he emerged on the other side. The forest seemed to hum with approval, and Aaron felt a wave of exhilaration. "I did it," he whispered, barely believing it himself. The Queen smiled, pride evident in her eyes. "You did. This was a test not of strength, but of perception, patience, and courage. You are learning quickly, Aaron." They moved on, reaching a clearing where a crystal lake reflected the sky. The energy here was gentle, soothing, and Aaron felt calm for the first time since entering the forest. "This is a place of reflection," the Queen said. "You must rest here and consider what you have learned. The challenges ahead will be greater, but you now have the foundation you need." Aaron knelt by the water's edge, touching the surface. It rippled gently, reflecting not just the sky but faint images of his own thoughts. Memories from Earth, moments with the Queen, flashes of courage and fear. He realized that Eleuthera not only tested him but also revealed his own strength. "You see yourself clearly here," the Queen said. "That is why we came. Humans have untapped potential, and your connection to your own experiences will guide you in ways others cannot imagine." Aaron looked up at her. I understand now. I can see how my life on Earth matters here and how I can make a difference." "Yes," she said softly. "That is why I brought you here. Not just to witness Eleuthera, but to be part of it, to grow and to contribute. And more than that, to see that the bond between our worlds is stronger than distance or time." Aaron smiled. "I missed you so much. I'm glad I'm here with you." The Queen reached out, taking his hand. "And I missed you. You have done well, Aaron, and this is only the beginning. Tomorrow you will face new challenges. But tonight rest. Absorb what you have learned and let it strengthen your heart and mind." As the sun set over Eleuthera, painting the sky in hues of gold and violet, Aaron felt a deep sense of accomplishment. He had faced the first true challenge of this world, tested his instincts and courage, and emerged stronger. And beside him, the alien Queen watched with pride, knowing that the bond between them and the promise of what Aaron could become was only beginning to grow. For the first time since leaving Earth, Aaron felt not just wonder but purpose. He was a human in an alien world, yet he was no longer lost. He was chosen, capable and ready for whatever Eleuthera would place before him. And in the quiet glow of the forest, he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The morning light on Eleuthera was different from any sunrise Irene had seen on Earth. It was soft, golden, and full of energy that seemed to flow into his very being. Birds, or creatures that looked like birds, danced across the sky, trailing luminous patterns behind them. The city below hummed with life, yet a calm energy prevailed, as if the whole world were watching him carefully. The alien queen waited for him at the balcony, her silver-tinted skin shimmering faintly in the morning light. She regarded him with a gentle yet commanding gaze. "Are you ready for today, Aaron?" she asked. Aaron nodded, though his heart pounded. "Yes, I feel stronger, but I also feel nervous. I don't know what challenges await me today." "Good," she said softly. "Nervousness is natural. It keeps you alert. Today, you will face trials that test not only your mind and body, but also your courage and your ability to act when the outcome is uncertain." They moved through the city to a transport platform that hovered silently, carrying them above the floating gardens and glowing rivers. From this height, Aaron could see the northern forests they had explored yesterday, as well as the sparkling mountains to the east and the vast violet deserts stretching to the horizon. Eleuthera was immense, and every part of it seemed alive. The queen directed the platform toward a mountainous region that radiated faint energy streams, like veins of light running through the rock. "Here is where the next trial awaits," she said. "You will face forces that challenge your balance, your focus, and your ability to make decisions quickly. Remember what you learned in the forest: observation, patience, and trust in your instincts." As the platform touched the ground, Aaron noticed the air was different here, sharper, colder, yet tingling with power. Crystals protruded from the mountains, reflecting the sunlight in fractured colors, and strange creatures prowled along the ridges, keeping their distance but observing carefully. "This is the crystalline expanse," the queen explained. "It is one of the most dangerous areas of Eleuthera. The crystals carry energy that can be unstable. If you do not respect them, you could be seriously harmed." Aaron swallowed. He had passed the forest trial, but this felt even more dangerous.
"How will I know what to do?"
he asked. The queen extended her hand. "You will feel it. Let the energy guide you as you did before. And remember, you are not alone. I am here with you, but you must act independently when necessary." Aaron nodded, taking her hand briefly before stepping forward. The moment his foot touched the crystalline ground, he felt the energy pulse through him, brighter and stronger than anything he had experienced in the forest. It was exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. He began walking carefully along a narrow ridge. The crystals under his feet glowed in response, sometimes shifting slightly as if testing him. A misstep could mean falling or triggering a dangerous energy surge. His mind raced, yet he focused on his breathing, feeling the flow of energy beneath him and moving deliberately with each step. Suddenly, a sharp vibration ran through the ridge, and a cluster of crystals rose rapidly in front of him, forming a barrier. Aaron froze. The queen's voice echoed softly. "Observe, understand, then act." He studied the crystals. They moved rhythmically, rising and falling like waves. Timing was critical. Aaron took a deep breath, then sprinted forward at the right moment, jumping over a small gap while ducking under a taller crystal spike. He landed on the other side, heart racing but unharmed. "Well done," the queen said, her voice calm but proud. "You saw the pattern and acted decisively. That is the difference between hesitation and mastery." Aaron exhaled, realizing that his instincts were becoming sharper. The trials were teaching him to trust his own perception, not just follow instructions. They continued through the expanse. Along the way, Aaron encountered creatures that seemed hostile at first, shadows of energy with shifting forms. But when he observed carefully, he noticed that they only reacted to sudden movements. By moving slowly and deliberately, he could pass without conflict. "This is also part of the test," the queen said. "Courage does not always mean fighting. Sometimes it means understanding, adapting, and respecting what you cannot fully control." Hours passed as they navigated the jagged crystal formations, with Aaron growing more confident in his abilities. He noticed that the energy of the expanse seemed to resonate with him, responding to his focus and movements. Each success made him more attuned, more connected to Eleuthera itself. Finally, they reached a massive crystal structure at the center of the expanse. It pulsed with powerful energy, brighter than anything Aaron had seen. The queen stepped beside him. "This is the heart crystal. It tests your courage, your mind, and your spirit. You must touch it and endure the energy it releases. If you fail to remain calm and focused, you could be overwhelmed." Aaron looked at the glowing crystal, feeling its pull deep within him. Fear and excitement mingled in his chest. He took a deep breath, remembering her words. Observation, patience, trust in his instincts. Slowly he reached out and touched the crystal. Instantly, energy surged through him. Colors, lights, and images flashed in his mind. Memories from Earth, visions of Elithera, possible futures he could not fully understand. The sensation was overwhelming, yet he did not panic. He focused on his breathing, letting the energy flow around him rather than resist it. Minutes or perhaps seconds passed. Then the crystal pulsed once more, gently this time as if acknowledging his endurance. Aaron stepped back, trembling but exhilarated. "You have succeeded," the queen said softly. "You have passed the trial of the heart crystal. Not by force, but by focus, courage, and understanding. This is the mark of someone ready to face greater challenges." Aaron's chest heaved. I did it? I touched it?" "Yes," she said, smiling. "And it responded to you. Few humans ever manage this. You are stronger than you realize." He looked at her, awe and gratitude in his eyes. "Thank you. For bringing me here. For showing me this world. For trusting me." The queen's expression softened. "It is not just my trust, Aaron. It is your trust in yourself that has allowed you to succeed. That is what makes you extraordinary." As they left the crystalline expanse, Aaron felt a new confidence. He had faced danger, uncertainty, and energy beyond human understanding, and he had prevailed. He realized that Elithera was not merely a world to explore, but a place that would challenge him at every turn, shaping him into someone capable of extraordinary things. Back in the city, as they walked along the floating bridges toward the palace, Aaron noticed that the citizens of Elithera regarded him with curiosity and respect. Even the creatures seemed aware of his growing confidence. The bond between him and the queen felt stronger than ever, and he sensed that she believed in him as much as he now believed in himself. At the palace, the queen led him to a quiet chamber overlooking the city. "Rest now," she said. "The trials you face will grow more complex. Soon you will face tests that require not just courage and focus, but also strategy and quick thinking. Elithera has chosen you for a reason, Aaron. Your journey is far from over." Aaron nodded, feeling both fatigue and exhilaration. He sank into a soft, glowing seat, looking out over the city and the stars beyond. For the first time, he understood the true meaning of his journey. He had left Earth, a small, ordinary human, and had already faced wonders and dangers that few beings could imagine. Yet he felt ready for more. The queen's voice broke his thoughts. "Remember this, Aaron. Strength comes from courage, wisdom comes from observation, and power comes from understanding. You possess all three, but only if you trust yourself." He looked at her, feeling a deep sense of connection. I trust you. And I trust myself." Her eyes softened. "Good. That trust will guide you through challenges we cannot yet foresee. Elithera will continue to test you, but you are no longer the same human who arrived here. You are growing into something extraordinary." As night fell over the glowing city, Aaron gazed at the stars and the alien landscapes of Elithera. He realized that he was not just a visitor. He was a participant, a learner, and perhaps in time, a protector. And with the queen by his side, he knew that whatever trials awaited, he would face them with courage, heart, and determination. For the first time, he felt truly at home in a world beyond Earth. The morning on Elithera dawned with a brilliance that made Aaron pause in awe. The floating gardens shimmered in soft gold, and the sky above shifted in waves of violet and blue. Today felt different. He could sense it. The energy of the planet was alive, expectant, as if it knew he was ready for his ultimate challenge. The alien queen awaited him on a balcony that overlooked the glowing city. Her eyes were calm yet bright with anticipation. "Today, Aaron, you will face the final trial," she said. "It will test everything you have learned, the courage, focus, and understanding you have gained. And it will also reveal the deeper connection between you, me and Elithera itself." Aaron swallowed hard but stood tall. "I'm ready. Whatever it is, I want to face it." The queen's smile was warm. "Good. Courage is essential, but so is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the world around you, and trust in me." They moved through the city to the central palace, a vast structure of floating platforms and glowing spires. At the palace gates, a shimmering portal opened, radiating light that seemed almost alive. "The trial awaits within," the queen said. "Once you enter, you will not know what is real and what is an illusion. You must rely on what you have learned and on your heart." Aaron nodded. He felt a rush of excitement mixed with apprehension. Taking a deep breath, he stepped through the portal. The world around him shifted instantly. He found himself in a vast landscape, with mountains that floated in midair and rivers of liquid light flowing through the sky. The colors were brilliant, more vivid than anything on Earth or Illithera. But as beautiful as it was, there was an eerie silence. Not a single creature moved, not a whisper of wind. "This is the trial plane," the queen's voice echoed around him, though she was not visible. "Here, illusions can deceive you. You must rely on your perception, your instincts, and the lessons you have learned. Only then will you succeed." Aaron felt a moment of doubt. The landscape was so strange, so unlike anything he had seen, that he wondered if he could navigate it. But he remembered the forest, the crystalline expanse, and the heart crystal. He had faced challenges that terrified him, and he had succeeded. He began to walk, keeping his senses alert. Shapes appeared in the distance, creatures, obstacles, and sometimes figures that resembled people he knew from Earth. At first he was startled, but then he remembered the queen's words. "Illusions can deceive you. Trust what you know. Trust yourself." As he moved, the ground beneath him shifted subtly. A glowing path appeared, guiding him. He followed it cautiously, feeling the energy of the trial plane respond to him. Every step required concentration. The landscape seemed alive, testing his balance, perception, and judgment. Suddenly, figures appeared in front of him, shadowy forms with glowing eyes. They lunged forward, fast and silent. Aaron froze, but then he remembered the creatures in the crystalline expanse. Observation, patience, trust, and instincts. He stepped to the side just as they moved past him, flowing with their energy rather than resisting it. The shadows dissipated into light, revealing a clear path ahead. "You are learning," the queen's voice said. "Do not fear what appears. See its purpose, its pattern, and act wisely," Aaron continued. Ahead he saw a figure resembling the queen herself. She stood still, her silver-tinted skin glowing, eyes deep with emotion. Aaron ran forward. "Queen, is it really you?" The figure spoke, but its voice was hollow, echoing strangely. "Come closer, Aaron. Stay here, never leave." Aaron hesitated. Something felt wrong. He realized this was an illusion, meant to trap him by appealing to his heart. He closed his eyes briefly, breathing deeply, and reminded himself. The real queen trusted him to act. Following his instincts, he stepped forward cautiously, focusing on the energy he had felt during his training. The illusion flickered and dissolved, revealing the real queen standing behind him, calm and smiling. "Well done," she said. "You saw through the illusion. That is the true test of courage, trusting yourself when your heart is tested." Aaron's chest heaved. It felt so real. "The mind can be fooled," she said. "The heart can be tested. But your training has prepared you. You are ready for what comes next." They walked together to a cliff that overlooked a swirling vortex of energy. The queen extended her hand toward it. "This is the core of Illithera," she said. "It is the source of the planet's life and energy. Today you will connect with it. Only by embracing it can you understand your role fully." Aaron's eyes widened. "Connect? How do I—" "Trust," she said simply. "Trust in yourself, in the energy, and in the bond we share. Let go of fear and allow the core to flow through you." He took a deep breath and stepped closer. The energy of the core pulsed around him, a living force that seemed to reach into his mind and spirit. At first he felt overwhelmed. The rush of light, colors, and sensations was almost too much. But he remembered the lessons of the forest and the crystalline expanse. Observation, patience, trust in instincts. He closed his eyes, breathed steadily, and allowed the energy to flow through him. Gradually, the overwhelming sensations transformed into understanding. He could feel the planet's pulse, the energy of its creatures, and even the thoughts of those who had come before him. It was as if Illithera itself was welcoming him, recognizing him as a part of its life. The queen's voice echoed softly. "Do you feel it, Aaron?" "Yes," he whispered. I can feel everything. Illithera, it's alive, and I'm part of it." "Exactly," she said, her eyes glowing. "You are human, yet you are also part of this world now. Your courage, your heart, and your understanding have allowed you to connect with the core. You are ready to face any challenge, to act with wisdom and strength, and to protect what matters. Aaron opened his eyes, and he could see the energy around him shimmering, responding to his presence. He realized that he could sense the movements of the creatures, the flow of energy, and the balance of the planet itself. He was no longer just a visitor. He was a participant, a protector, and a human with abilities beyond what he had imagined. The Queen stepped closer. "Aaron, look at me. You have succeeded. You have faced every challenge, learned every lesson, and embraced your purpose. And now, you have become something extraordinary." Aaron felt a surge of pride and awe. I never thought I could do this. I never thought a human could be part of something so incredible." She smiled warmly. "Humans are extraordinary, Aaron. You possess courage, creativity, and endurance that even the strongest beings respect. You have shown that across worlds one human can make a difference." He reached out, taking her hand. "I missed you so much. And now I understand why you came for me. Thank you. For believing in me, for showing me this world." The Queen's eyes softened. "And I missed you. I knew your heart and courage would allow you to grow. And now you have. Together we will protect Eleuthera, and through it, the bond between our worlds will remain strong." The energy of the core pulsed around them, and Aaron could feel it flowing through his body, connecting him to the planet, to the Queen, and to something greater than himself. He realized that he was no longer just a human from Earth. He was a bridge between worlds, capable of understanding, creating, and protecting. For the first time since leaving home, he felt completely whole. The fear, doubt, and uncertainty of Earth were behind him. He had faced illusions, energy, and trials that had tested his very being, and he had emerged stronger, wiser, and ready. The Queen smiled and led him back toward the city. "Rest now, Aaron. Your journey has reached a milestone, but life will always bring new challenges. Remember this day, the core, and the trust you have in yourself. That is your true strength." Aaron nodded, looking up at her. I understand, and I will never forget. Thank you. For everything." As night fell over Eleuthera, the city glowed softly beneath them. Floating gardens and rivers shimmered, creatures danced in the air, and the stars above mirrored the lights below. Aaron stood beside the alien Queen, hand in hand, feeling a bond deeper than any he had ever known. He had left Earth a human, unsure and small, but he now stood as a participant in a vast living galaxy. He looked at her, his eyes full of gratitude and determination. "I missed you so much," he said quietly. "And now, I know I am where I am meant to be." The Queen smiled, her glow reflecting in his eyes. "And I missed you. Together we will face whatever comes next. Eleuthera, our worlds, and the future are stronger because of what you have become." Aaron took a deep breath, feeling the energy of Eleuthera flow through him once more. He was human. He was capable. He was extraordinary. And at last he felt truly home.